Hey y'all, Sunshine 1979. Wanted to bring y'all a case that I found researching 911 calls for cases that don't get media coverage and cases that are not high profile cases. So I did want to bring this to you guys. This was an 11-year-old that was saved by a restaurant manager. She saw something, she said something, and it also includes the 911 calls, and I'll drop a couple of links in the comments and description on the live of other channels that I was able to find that did do the 911 call, and then I was able to do some research and pull some newspaper clippings from in Orlando. So this is very graphic content, and the pictures are not in here for the protection of the children, but the verbal is extremely graphic what was done to this child. So guys, always like, subscribe, and share the videos, and appreciate you always being here. Sorry about that. That's an Amber Alert. Duval County. So guys, I'm going to let this play and take a look at this Amber Alert.
Orlando boy plotted to call him a liar in jailhouse calls, prosecutors. Parents of abused Orlando boy plotted to call him a liar in jailhouse calls, prosecutors say. As the 11-year-old boy rescued from neglect and abuse by an attentive Orlando server recovered in foster care, the parents accused of beating and starving him conspired to get him back, according to prosecutors. Timothy Wilson too called Kristen Swan from jail January 21st, according to court records. He told her he had a great defense and, if their stories matched, they could clear their names by showing their son has a history of telling lies. Wilson later told Swan he would make up S if that's what it took to get her kids back, prosecutors wrote in a recent court filing. Wilson and Swan were arrested on child abuse and neglect charges in early January after their son, bruised and underweight, signaled to the manager at Mrs. Potato Restaurant in Orlando that he needed help. Child abuse and neglect charges.
Feel like a slight pause.
Police arrived and took the boy to the hospital.
Ex-wife of Florida man arrested for abusing 11-year-old stepson says he hooped her.
Sorry. Technical issues.
His skin was mottled and bruised. The boy told investigators his stepfather, Wilson, routinely punched him with closed fists, hit him with back scratchers and broomsticks, hung him upside down by his ankles, withheld food and forced him to exercise as punishment. New details have emerged since the couple's arrest in early January, prompting the state to press additional charges against Wilson and Swan and persuade a judge to increase their bond and prevent the two from communicating. Their son had a broken arm and a black eye and was about 25 pounds underweight when he was assessed at Arnold Palmer Hospital following the initial call to police, records show. He told investigators the longest he was forced to go without food was 3 to 4 days. If I don't do something I was supposed to do, I have to do the exercises, and I don't get to eat anything all day, the 11-year-old said. If I do things right, I get to eat and not do exercises. On the days without food, his parents would come into his room at night to make sure he hadn't snuck in any food or drink, he said. The boy said Wilson told him he placed spy cameras in the rooms of their house to monitor him. For punishment, the boy said he was forced to complete repetitions of military-style exercises, 4 to 5 days a week. Squats, push-ups, mountain climbers, push-up planks, and toe lifts. If he couldn't, he said he'd be punished for that too. Wilson had hung the boy upside down by his ankles using green ratchet straps for about 20 minutes in late December after he was unable to hold a handstand, the boy said. Only his fingers touched the floor. Medical examiners recorded numerous injuries on the boy in the areas he said he was hit, handcuffed or tied down, and made to escape. Repeated trauma to his head could result in permanent brain injury and mental health issues, they wrote. The mother is aware of the matter and is at the hospital attempting to take the children home, an investigator wrote. There are concerns for the mother's ability to care for the children given her lack of intervention thus far. The boy told detectives his mother was often in the same room as him and Wilson at the time of the abuse. When he told her he wanted to leave because Wilson was overdoing it, he said Swan slapped him in the face. Swan bonded out of jail a second time after she was rearrested Tuesday for additional charges of aggravated child abuse, and failure to report child abuse. In recorded jail phone calls to one another, according to a motion filed by prosecutors, Wilson assured Swan that he has a great defense and told her not take a plea deal, otherwise it would hurt his case. He and Swan can convince the jury that their son has a history of telling lies, he said, though the boy's younger sister confirmed the details of her brother's abuse in interviews with Child Protective Services. In a call the following day, Wilson said he himself would lie if it meant getting the children back, prosecutors said. A motion from the state attorney has prevented them from communicating again as the trials proceed. Wilson is being held without bond at the Orange County Jail on 10 charges of child abuse, neglect, and false imprisonment. Both he and Swan pleaded not guilty to all charges against them. Their next hearings are set for May 4th and 5th. Those who wish to support the boy and his sister can mail donations to the following address. Cole, Scott and Cassane, PA Trust Account, care of the Northern Trust Company, 600 Brickell Avenue, Suite 2400, Miami, Florida, 33131. Michael Villasana, for the benefit of the minor children of Wilson/Swan. Phillips at OrlandoSentinel.com.
Know what to do. Right. They were there in total again, I'm sorry? He's gonna...
She worked really hard.
Chair up against the as torture. Police say Timothy Wilson tied the boy's ankles and wrists with strips, hung him upside down from a door, and for Christmas.
For the parents, Santa had suggested that he be punished. He was handcuffed to a furniture dolly with his hands behind his back.
Both Timothy Wilson and Kristen Swan are facing charges. Swan with 2 counts of child neglect, Wilson with aggravated child abuse. Flaviani says she's not the hero, the boy is.
I would like to give him a big hug and tell him that I'm so proud of him.
In Orange County, Michelle Meredith, West 2 News.
Sorry, guys, my dog was throwing a fit. Sorry about that. That was not. Alright, now that I'm back where I'm supposed to be. Sorry, I get a little fundangled. Running chat off my phone. And working the laptop that, like I said, is brand new and crutching it. Just not strong enough for what we do here. Okay, so back to the case at hand. This is the family. Looks just, like a normal family. Christian Swan, Timothy Wilson, the 11-year-old, and the little girl. The little girl was said to not have been abused. They believe that was due to the fact that she was his biological daughter. These are some photos that I wanted to share. This was the note that she wrote. This is the lady that saved this little boy.
What you got there, Billy?
The girl saved by a shark. It's not where we were going with that, sorry.
I stepped in and asked if there was something wrong with the order.
A restaurant manager is being hailed as a hero for spotting what she said were signs of child abuse. An 11-year-old customer was sitting with his family at the Mrs. Potato in Orlando, Florida.
When the order came to the table, I observed that the boy was denied food. The man told me that no, that was everything okay, and the boy was okay, and he was gonna have his dinner at the night at home. This was super strange to me.
She noticed a bruise on the boy and created this secret sign to ask if he needed help.
I showed him, and he nodded his head yes. And I could saw that he was super quiet and sad.
She called 911.
Orlando Police 911.
We have some customers here with 2 kids. One of the kids is with a lot of bruises.
Police arrested the stepfather and he was charged with child abuse, and the mother was charged with child neglect and failure to protect the child. A trust account was created to support the children, and a GoFundMe has been created to honor the heroic efforts of the restaurant manager, who police say did the right thing by seeing something and saying something. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Right there, guys. See something, say something. That's what we go, you hear that so many times on all these channels. You see something, say something. Here in Daytona, the beach channel.
What you got there, Billy?
Tourists here in town, they run it. And it's,
To the rescue.
See something, say something. Sorry about that. You see something, say something. Don't be scared. Even if you're wrong, have a voice. Because what if you're not wrong? You want to take a look? I mean, this looks like, he does kind of look a little, I don't know, angry, if you will. But just, they're at the park, like a normal family. And she doesn't look like a monster. He really doesn't look like a monster to me either. Like a wolf in sheep's clothing. But I wanted to share the photos, too, of the family and show that, this is like, you could be your neighbor. And this is a restaurant. How many times was this little boy taken out into a restaurant and not fed, and nobody said anything? They saw it, but they didn't say anything. Sad. This lady is definitely a hero. Definitely a hero. A simple note.
Hey, dude.
Hey. So, yeah, guys, I just wanted to do the video on this. Like I said, I found it down a rabbit hole listening to 911 calls, and I live here in Florida and hadn't heard anything on this case.
There's a missing kid right now. An Amber Alert just went off. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, we're live. We were actually just discussing how it's crazy that we just got an Amber Alert. I screenshotted it, but I haven't
me and Jen were just talking.
Looked it up yet, so
not to interrupt the live.
Take a look at the Amber Alert.
But if you notice, the son's name is Darrell Lewis, and I guess the father's name's Tyree. I can't remember, but they both share the same last name, and presumably it looks like it's like just from speculation, it looks like it because it obviously looks like his son.
Okay, so you guys, for those of you that follow my channel, know that don't make me subscribe. Take that away. Okay. So for those of you that do follow my channel, know that I do try to read it. If I don't read it, I'll let the computer read it, but I do that for those that are hearing impaired, reading impaired, vision impaired, etc. So Darrell Lewis, missing 4/29/2022, and as we just heard on the live, the Amber Alert is active and recent within the next, and this is my oldest son.
Hey guys.
By the way.
I just saw this as it came in.
Male.
I was sitting out discussing it with my partner.
Black hair, eyes brown, 4'6", weight 80 pounds, race, it says black, African American. Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. Okay, and it says a Florida Amber Alert has been issued for Darrell Lewis, last seen in the area 2600 block of University Boulevard North in Jackson, Florida. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to misread any of this. And it's all cut off. That's wonderful. So I'm assuming the company of Darrell Lewis, they may be traveling in a 2006 black Suzuki Forenza, Florida tag number 72. B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, Y as in Yellow, B as in Bravo. If located, do not approach. Contact law enforcement immediately. Hashtag FL Amber. And of course, it's 1-888-FL missing. 1-888-356-4774. If you guys see this little boy, and I'm not seeing anything about, let's see.
It was in Jacksonville.
Amber Alert. It doesn't say whether or not it's custody, but you guys know, those that follow these cases, that's 99% chance, and I'm not saying that's for fact. That's my opinion. But it might be a Amber Alert due to custody battle.
It's a black Suzuki.
So we shared it on the Twitter. We'll go ahead and throw it over on the Facebook too. There we go. And you guys, I'm Lynn Johnson, Sunshine 1979. If you want to hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, it's all attached to my channel there. You guys can hit me up if you got cases you want to look at, you got questions, you got concerns, issues, just want to chat, you want to come up on panel and talk, hit me up and we'll schedule a live. Let's see. I was going to see if I could find us maybe another video on these. This was a good video, and I don't know why it didn't record in my screen record. But I'm gonna let this play, guys. If it'll come up. Well, I guess that one's frustrating when you can't get these videos to load and I pay good money for internet and can't get the video to load. Let's see. Why is it not responding? That's so frustrating. So frustrating. Like, I really don't even have that much open here. It's crazy. And the ad won't even play. That's crazy. I'm not.
Orlando Police Department responded to an alleged child abuse case on the
Do we not have sound now? What is going on with my internet? I hear them out front. Maybe they're messing with something. This is crazy. I'm so sorry, guys. Normally I don't have this many issues out of my internet. And I don't even have anything like crazy running. I already looked at the pictures. This was the same gallery that I pulled up. Yeah, the restaurant. And that's the video I want to watch. If it'll let us. If we go in through this way.